So this is going to be a great video for anyone who is recently divorced or has recently went through a breakup and you are finding yourself single and ready to mingle. Okay? So if that's you, guy or girl, this is the video for you. And so I'm just going to go over a few things that I have learned in my short time of being divorced that I have already discovered. And they're really good things. And the first thing I want to start off with is whatever vibrational frequency you're putting out into the universe is what type of person you are going to attract back to you. So, sometimes we don't realize after a divorce or after a breakup, we can kind of still be hurt in the process and we still kind of need to heal. And a lot of times after a breakup or after a divorce, sometimes you can feel like something's wrong with you, maybe, or you can feel like your value isn't as high as it once was. Or sometimes you can feel like you're just broken a little bit. You'll find that you'll have certain walls up of protection because your heart has been broken already, and you kind of aren't open to new love or anything like that. And you may also find that you will lower your standards because you are single. And a lot of times when we are single, if you are not okay with being alone by yourself, we will settle and lower our standards, and we will settle for people and behavior and treatment that we honestly do not deserve. But this is where we have to take radical responsibility for what we are putting out into the universe. So if you are putting out a vibrational frequency and you find that you're attracting a certain type of person into your life that does not value you and that is not grateful for you, and that you're having to compromise your vision and your values and your standards on, then you have to accept that you are the one that's putting out that vibrational frequency out into the universe. You're putting out that I'm not valuable. You're putting out that it's okay not to be grateful for me. And you're also putting out, I don't have a clear vision for my life, and I don't value myself enough to align with that vision and with that person that I need to be in order to bring the type of person that I'm looking for into my life. And that may be a really hard pill to swallow. But that's the reality. So whenever you're out and you're going out into the dating scene, and you see these men or women approach you, and you're noticing that there's a pattern here, and that, the same things keep happening, keep having the same troubles, the same drama, the same type of problems, maybe non-committal people, anything like that. Like if you're looking for a commitment and a person that you want to commit with and grow with, and you keep attracting men or women into your life that are not emotionally available, they are not ready to commit, and they are not in a place where they're serious and ready to grow, then you have to realize that you're putting out a vibrational frequency of the same caliber, that you're actually probably not emotionally available, and that your standards are pretty low, and that you are not really ready to commit. Now, in your mind, you may be logically telling yourself, I'm ready for a committed relationship, or I'm ready to grow with someone. But in reality, if you're attracting those type of people into your life that are not emotionally available and that aren't ready to settle down and commit, then you're probably not yourself. And a lot of times we don't even realize this. But a good way to find out what you're putting out into the universe is seeing what the universe is giving you, because that's exactly what you're putting out. Whatever is going on in here, it's going to be projected out into the universe, and the universe will bring you exactly what you're projecting out. So your outer reality, that's this material world out here, will show you how you feel about yourself by bringing in these people that treat you a certain way. Now, if you're bringing in people of high caliber who are grateful for you and they value you, and they are stepping up to the plate, buckling up, and bringing all these great qualities to the table, that is a good inclination that you are healed and that you are you are living in alignment with your values, and you're getting what you're putting out, and it's in alignment with your vision. But if you continuously find yourself in the same relationships where things aren't working out, then it's not that person. Even though you can say that some of that is part of their stuff, because it is, but honestly, you attracted that into your life. So you have to take radical responsibility for what you are attracting into your life, and then look within. Because if we are hurt and we are still heartbroken, what do you think we are going to attract? And if we're lonely, if we're heartbroken, and if we're sad and depressed, what type of person do you think you are going to attract into your life? If you're putting out that vibrational frequency of loneliness into the world, of depression, of sadness, of lack, you're going to receive someone that's heartbroken, and that is lonely as well, and that is lacking, and that is depressed. You're going to attract the same type of person. So, if you understand what I'm trying to say, that's why it's so important that you raise your vibrational frequency and you put out what you're trying to attract. Like, for instance, I'm trying to attract someone of high value, someone who is grateful for life, who's abundant, who is emotionally available, and who isn't afraid to love. And so if I'm looking for these types of qualities, just to name a few, then I'm going to have to become those qualities. I'm going to have to exude a vibrational frequency of love and abundance and gratitude before this dude even shows up. So that means I already have to be grateful for all the things in my life, and even the position I'm in. I'm already going to be having to put out a vibrational frequency of love by loving myself, by valuing myself, things like that. I'm already going to have to align with the vibrational frequency of abundance. That means I don't feel poor. I don't feel lack in ideas, relationships, or money, or anything else in life. You have to generate the vibrational frequency of gratitude, love, and abundance before the guy comes, if that's what you're trying to attract into your life. Like if you're trying to attract a guy who's fit, who's into fitness and healthy, then you're going to have to exude those type of qualities yourself. And you're going to have to be fit, and you're going to have to eat the right foods and exercise and take care of your body if you want to attract that type of person into your life. It may sound simple, but maybe you hadn't thought about it that way as well. It could be harder than I'm thinking. But there's 3 things that you're going to have to do in order to attract the type of partner you want to come into your life. Especially if you're single, newly divorced, or newly broke up. You're going to have to practice, number 1, self-love. And when you practice self-love, this is you creating your own, So you're going to have to create your own sense of fulfillment and wholeness without the relationship. A lot of times people try to fill this void because, when you're divorced or when you go through a breakup, there is this huge void in your heart that is just left gaping open. And the quickest thing that people want to do is they want to hurry up and fill this void, and they're grasping for all types of relationships, experiences, numbing agents, whatever they can do, even fun, to fill this void, okay? And what you want to do is practice self-love and figure out, how do I fill this void myself? And the way you fill this void yourself is you have to first have a vibrational frequency of love. And the way you do that is you have to love on yourself, and you have to fill your own self up. You fill your own cup up with self-love. And the way you do this is, number 1, a lot of times after a divorce or a breakup, you can lose your identity in people. Sometimes when we get in a relationship, we kind of mesh with that person, and sometimes we can take on that person's interests, or we can kind of like mold ourselves and make ourselves become something that they want us to be, so that we can feel accepted and loved. And if you find that that's you and you've done that, you need to come back to yourself, and you need to connect with the woman or the man you were before the relationship, before you got meshed together with this person trying to people please and become what they want you to be. So reclaim who you were before this relationship all started. What were the interests that you were into? Bring those back into your life and own them 100%. What were your hobbies? Who are the people you were hanging out with that other person didn't approve of? Bring those people back into your life if they're a full vibrational frequency match to who you are as a person. What types of things, how did you talk? How did you dress? How did you do your hair? Anything like that. Fully own your authenticity. Fully embody who you were as a person before that relationship came up. That is the biggest form of self-love that I can think of. It's just loving yourself, being okay with who you are, not giving a shit about what anybody else thinks, not even the future person that you're trying to call into your life. If you're trying to call somebody into your life, why do you want to be fake in order to bring this person into your life? Because you're only going to get a match to the fakeness. So you're going to have to keep up the charade. So let's not be fake. Let's be fully authentic in our authentic selves. And let's be who we are as people. Recognizing the value of being an authentic, open, honest, not caring what the world thinks person, because you love you and you're okay with you and you're 100% on board with who you are, and you embody these amazing qualities. If you don't know what qualities you embody, sit down and try to think about it. What is great about me? What kind of qualities do I bring to a relationship, or do I have as a person that makes me super awesome? Like, for instance, maybe you're a vibrant person. I feel like I'm pretty vibrant. I feel like I'm limitless and assertive. I'm grounded. There's a lot of good qualities that I have as a person. And if you'll just sit down, you can, figure out what are the qualities in your life that you have that can raise your value. A lot of times we don't see our value as a person, especially after a breakup or a divorce. And so in order for you to see your value, you have to know what you bring to the table. And you have to fully own that and be okay with that. Excuse me one second, because you have to practice radical self-love in order to bring someone who's willing to love you into your life. If you don't love yourself, how in the world are, number one, you going to love somebody else? And number two, how is somebody else going to love you? So if you're already putting out a vibrational frequency of love by doing those things, you're going to attract somebody of the same caliber and the same match, a match for love. So fill yourself up, get your love, generate your own love, self-love, and put out a vibrational frequency of love if that's what you want to bring into your life. And the next thing you want to do, number two, is to up your self-care. And what that means is you just want to, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're lowering your stress levels. Make sure you're making time for rest and relaxation, maybe some meditation. I meditate all the time. Feed yourself nourishing foods like live vegetables and fruits, less cooked meat, just things that are just like really nourishing to your body, like fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, like nuts, and maybe some fish, some salmon, things like that. Just kind of feed your body like these really good foods, some nutrient dense foods, and water and collagen for your hair, skin, body, nails, joints, all that. Do all these things. Make sure you're moving your body. You can take care of yourself by going for a walk or a run, or you can start working out, doing yoga, anything that makes you feel good about yourself, makes you feel good in your body, gives you these endorphins. Read some books, educate yourself, fill your mind with these positive teachings. Maybe listen to a podcast of some business podcast that's super positive, or something like this on YouTube that is positive and uplifting, and that will feed your mind and give you positivity in life. Because if your surroundings are shit, and if your surroundings are super negative, people around you are negative, and you're feeling low vibe, the best thing you can do is surround yourself with high vibe people. And if you don't have access to high vibe people in your life, then by all means, please find a podcast, find a YouTube video of somebody that's upbeat and encouraging and supportive, and consume their content. You have to pump positivity into your life. That is your responsibility, and it is your self-care routine that is going to make you feel like $100, because you don't have somebody taking care of you right now. That's you got to take care of yourself, and you should be the only one taking care of yourself anyway. We should not rely on others for our happiness, for our love, or to take care of us. We should try to take care of ourselves alone. A lot of people may not agree with me on that, but that's the way I feel. And some other things you could do, like if you like to have your nails done, get your nails done. That's not my thing. Get your hair did. I just got my hair did. It's all pretty now. Maybe fix your makeup. If you wear glasses, get you some contacts. Duty yourself up. Make yourself look pretty. Buy you some new clothes. I just bought this new shirt. Anything like that. Buy things that make you feel awesome. And that, that make you feel attractive. Even if you're a dude, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm leaving the guys out. Buy yourself some new clothes. Buy yourself them shorts that show the muscles above your knees, because us women love that. We don't like these long shorts that go down to your knees, guys. Let's get those shorty shorts, like those chubbies, or I think that's what they're called. That's the new style. It's 2020 right now. We want to see your legs, guys. So just a note before winter hits. Yeah, guys, get yourself some good outfits that you can go out to eat in. You can walk a lady around and feel good about yourself. Get your hair cut, trim that beard, do some, lay in the tanning bed, get some moisturizer, put it on that face, start taking care of yourself. It's not just for women. Excuse me for focusing on that so much, but so up your self-care in order to attract the type of person that you're looking for into your life. If you're looking for a high caliber, high quality person, then, get yourself a little uppity, okay? If that's not what you're looking for, then if you're looking for a hippie, then be a hippie, whatever you want, but make sure you're yourself as much as possible. Even if, doing your makeup or doing your hair doesn't feel comfortable at first, just start doing it. It'll become part of you. Or guys, if it feels weird to go work out and start getting the muscles, women too, it may feel weird at first and it may feel hard, but continue on and it will become part of you. You got to have a vision of what you want, and you got to have a vision of who you want to be, so that you can take the aligned actions to align with that person through self-care. All right, and the final and last one is self-development. You are going to have to develop certain parts of yourself that you realize contributed to the breakup or divorce in your failed relationship, okay? It is, a relationship takes two people, and it is not always one person that messed up the relationship, okay, or that compromised the relationship. Most of the time it is two people. Now, one person may have done something that was worse than the other, but it's not about that. You can take ownership of the things that you weren't 100% on, that probably you can improve on. And what you want to do is you want to start working on those things you can find books on whatever weaknesses that you found that you had in the relationship. You can reprogram your mind through meditation and reprogram your actions of how you think and the way you act in relationships, and the first step to that is just becoming aware of your patterns. A lot of times you have patterns that kept going on in the old relationship that broke it off. And if you can identify those patterns, and the next time you see yourself starting that same pattern, you can correct it in your mind. And then once you correct it in your mind, that then translates into your actions out into your reality. So you can read books on this. You can go to YouTube and look up videos on anything that pertains to how to heal certain parts of your life. Maybe you were hurt. Maybe someone cheated on you and you were hurt in your past relationship. There are things that you can read and watch on YouTube that can help you learn how to deal with that and how to how to not let that sabotage your next relationship. A lot of times we can self-sabotage our future relationships just because we didn't heal our past actions and the past behavior that caused our last relationship to deteriorate. So you want to do things like that. And so you want to go through this self-development process of what are some things that I need to improve on, because if you don't improve yourself, you're just going to attract the same type of person that you had before. So if you want a certain type of person into your life, try to raise your standards of what you expect from yourself. Try to heal those parts of yourself that you know you need to work on and be 100 on them as close as possible. And then sometimes we just have to heal. And the way we have to heal sometimes is we do have to grieve the loss of the relationship, whether it was a breakup or divorce. We have to grieve our old life, our old relationships. We have to actually move through the pain and feel the pain. And we can't stuff it down or try to or try to fill a void with another person. We can't use other people to make us happy. We can't use other people to fill that void that we feel, or to cover up the grief that we feel from the loss of the relationship prior to that, or to fill the hole that we feel. So you want to make sure that you are fully healing by feeling those emotions, working through those emotions, realizing that you can heal yourself. But, like I tell everyone, don't stay in those emotions long. You can do it a few times a day or a week, depending on how long it takes for you to get out of your grief. But never, ever push those emotions down and bottle them up. The quicker you can cry, the quicker you can feel the pain, the quicker you can get over this person and heal your heart and become emotionally available again, and you can attract this person that you're trying to attract into your life. So that's all I have today. Those 3 things, self-love, self-care, and self-development, will all bring a vibrational frequency match into your life. Be careful. Try not to stay in these low vibe emotions of loneliness and grief and fear that I'm never going to find somebody. And let's try to stay in these higher vibrations of gratitude and hopefulness and optimism, so that we can attract all those good things into your life. And I hope this was a help to you. Please let me know down below if you like this type of material, and I'll make more. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.